Hello Gemini, I'm the Tarot Muse, and I'm here today with your love reading for the next week, which I have laid out already, just so I could really dive in as deeply as possible and see what's happening. Okay, so as you can see, my table is covered in cards, and yeah, I've picked a lot to get to the heart of the matter, and what I see is a breakup, sadly, an ending. And I see that both you and this person have now disconnected, or at least, okay, so obviously you are an air sign, you're a Gemini, but I see, Gemini normally rules swords, so both of you have become this sword. You've both detached from the situation as a means of coping or healing. So in this case, what it's doing for you is it's potentially not allowing you to heal. This is where you're at in the present moment. I do see that changing though. And at the end of the day, it's really wonderful when we have relationships that are harmonious and they just flow and they work. But relationships are here to teach us something about ourselves. We're here to learn and grow from them. That's what a good relationship is. And unfortunately, they aren't always harmonious. They don't always turn out how we wanted them to. But if we can pay attention and generate enough awareness, we can really learn and grow from the experience, which prepares us for the relationship that can work. So, what I'm seeing here is, in the present moment, what is needed for resolution is justice. So justice is cause and effect. So it's accountability. It's taking responsibility for what has happened, what has been said, actions that have happened, in order for things to be righted or for healing to happen. Now, this can't happen in your case because you, Gemini, have disconnected. You are in control and you are shutting out the reality of the situation. You're not allowing the understanding to happen so that you can put the burden down. You're still carrying the burden on an unconscious level, even though maybe intellectually you've detached from it. Now, what I'm seeing further is that, but underneath it, there is pain. There is pain for what has happened. There is pain for this breakup, because it appeared to be a really beautiful relationship. So for the relationship, I've got the Two of Cups and the Sun, and it shows a really beautiful relationship, which sadly has now come to an end, and it has come to an end. But you're sad about this, and you're mourning, and you're focused on the sadness of it. Either you are focused on it, or you're not focusing on it, or perhaps you're too caught up in the emotions of it and not allowing the healing to happen. Maybe you're focusing on what the other person did or what went wrong, instead of putting yourself back towards yourself and allowing this transformation to happen. So I do see some kind of retreat happening for you, a mental retreat where you just, the situation happened, it was painful, and so you've taken a step back and just retreated from this situation, which I see was becoming a bit addictive for you, like you were a little bit obsessed with what happened in the situation, because we have the Tower card and the Devil. So there's this unhealthy attachment to how it is that the situation is crumbling. So perhaps there's a part of you that wanted to know why, or how could this happen, or why did that person behave like that, or why did you behave like that? And so I'm seeing that on the other end, again, it goes on this journey. So it starts off with you being quite not detached from the situation, or very caught up in your head, to mourning it a little bit, to pulling away from the intensity of your attachment to it by detaching again. So what we're wanting here is actual healing. so that you can grow from this and let it go and be sure that you don't enter into the next relationship playing the same moves. So in the past, what I'm seeing here is two things. I see this beautiful relationship. So we've got the Two of Cups and we've got the Sun. But then this conflict started, and something to do with conflict around independence or freedom or playfulness or adventure. And some harsh words were spoken, and it affected the harmony of the relationship. It basically threw it out. And it didn't only affect the harmony, it's created illusion. It's created confusion and misunderstanding of what's going on. And so what it did was, I see both parties retreating, and then there was this basically the Ten of Swords comes up. Ten of Swords is like, it's done, baby. It's over. It's not happening. The damage is done. And so if I look at what's happening in your conscious realm, I can see that consciously you're going on this journey of like feeling the pain around it, then you're detaching because the intensity of your attachment to what happened is too much. But what's starting to develop under the surface on an unconscious level is something a little bit deeper. And I feel that all of this is kind of paving the way for you to start connecting to your unconscious. And what it is this this new energetic spirit coming through within you, this new energy to move away from the pain of what's happened, and to commit to work again. I see work coming up quite strong, because in the past, when this relationship first ended, I saw how you coped with it was to start putting your energy back into work and putting your energy back into abundance. But that was not very easy, because this was very painful for you. And so now in the present moment, you're sort of grappling with the pain and the intensity of what's going on. But at some point, you're going to be returning back to putting your energy into work. And I see you working in a group, well, with other people. It's around teamwork. And this will allow you to surrender to what happened and walk away from it. And it's an emotional card. It's the Eight of Cups. So it means the healing of the emotions, walking away from the emotional trauma that happened in the setting. And learning from it as well. Because in the future as well, I'm seeing this epiphany that happens for you around how it is that you were juggling this pain. It was literally keeping you up at night. There was almost an obsessive quality to it. And it created this shutdown and inability for you to connect to your ability as a business person, could be man or woman, to connect to your business, to connect to your work, to be present with that. And so what this does is it allows you to find the strength through going on this journey, to find the inner strength and wisdom to reconnect to you, to coming back to you, to coming back to your power and your fire. And obviously you're an air sign, but it's the fire that's needed, especially with Mars having gone into Aries at the end of last month. We have a lot more energy to start doing things again. The last few months have been very intense because a lot of the planets were in retrograde, and also because Mars was in Pisces, so it feels like you're trying to run through water, with regards to taking action and making things happen. Plus we have that Venus retrograde, so it's a terrible time to go through a breakup. But it's what it's about. It's about reviewing love and however it is that it's working or not working. And so now we're out of that, and not too further down the line, in another week or so, we've got Mercury retrograde coming to an end. And I feel that things will be able to flow forward much smoother then. But for now, yeah, you're still in this process of like purging and processing and meeting and feeling and then detaching and then getting hooked in again. But at some point there will be a detachment from that, or at least a letting go, and you will connect to you again and focus on your career or on your work or on sustaining yourself, however it is that happens. And you'll be able to leave this behind and walk away from it. And walk away from the confusion of it. So, I see you here. If I look at you, I see you, I see you. So with regards to the sharing, there's some kind of, there's a desire in you to experience, and possibly not right now, but there is a desire to experience wholeness again, and to experience a new emotional beginning, and to experience emotional fulfillment again. It's like, sometimes we have to go so deep into the gutter of pain and confusion in order to realize what it is that we want. And I see you here. It becomes clear to you that and because I feel that maybe you had moments of it in this relating with this person, like it really felt almost perfect. And so there's a desire to recreate that again, and to get back to that place within yourself where you're emotionally content and fulfilled. And so there's a perseverance around that, and then that healthy sharing can happen again. And then with regards to them, I see they're coping much better with all of this. Perhaps it was you that was the one that expressed impulsive and harsh words. Perhaps it was you that broke the harmony with what was expressed, through what was expressed. And so obviously, it's harder for you because this person in a way has the power, and they're the ones that have, it's easier for them to walk away because they saw the stalemate in the situation, and they're in a much healthier place from what I can see. Now, that can be painful because when we're suffering, it's, we also want to know that the other person is not exactly on a bed of roses loving life. We want to know that they're also going through some kind of struggle. I suppose it's human nature. But in this case, truth be told, they're okay. They've made a decision to master the emotions and to start enjoying life again. Nostalgia, and that could be a subterfuge for now. Okay, because I think what they're realizing is that reminiscing and nostalgia is just going to hurt them and keep them trapped. I'm getting the sense that this is quite a water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, this person. And what I'm seeing is that there's almost like an emotional mastery that's happened for them as a result of it. And perhaps for them this situation happened and they were just like, no, I don't want this. And so they made the decision to get on with it and to accept and to heal and to enter back into the world in a more evolved place. So it's like we really have to capitalize on what happens in breakups in order to grow. Then the relationship itself, I see both of you. So the relationship is shown as the Queen of Cups, so it's a feminine, sensitive place. It's really, inner realm. It's really connecting. It's not about action. It's really going inwards and connecting to the emotions. But then what I see happening is both of you looking outwards and moving away from that back to your independence again and focusing on your life. And yeah, I get a clarification here that intuitively you both know that this relationship is over, and that you're meeting the struggle of the moment in order to move on. So, and the last card that I got was the Wheel of Fortune, which means that you're already starting to move in a new direction. So let's see what the Lenormand cards have to say. Yeah, so there's some So there was something that was said in the relationship that affected the stability of the relationship, and it's what there was something deceptive that happened, something that wasn't clear. So either on your part, I'm sensing it's on your part, Gemini. I'm sensing it was something that you did or said that cut the relationship and cut the stability of the relationship. And so I'm just going to pick 3 Osho cards just to get some more information about this. Cards from Gemini. I love reading. Okay. Yeah. Understanding, turning in, and going with the flow. So, yeah, I immediately what comes to me is that, we're humans, we make mistakes. We need these painful experiences in order to evolve and to better ourselves. What happened, what did I do wrong is not constructive. It's rather about acceptance and understanding. So the first card that I'm getting is the card of understanding. So it's about setting yourself free from this cage that you're in the mind, around what you did or what you didn't do. It's setting yourself free through understanding, through seeing a bigger picture. And that can only happen through turning inwards and spending time alone with yourself to reflect on what happened and to reflect on what can be done differently next time round to grow. And to just go with the flow of the situation. You can't control this. You can't change it. It's going in its own direction, and from what I'm seeing here, I'm very sorry to say that it's definitely over. The relationship has come to an end. So we'll pick. And again, this card just fell off the table, and I'm getting a reiteration for, it's the Page of Cups, and I feel like there's a new emotional opportunity coming your way. Something that's bringing fresh hope and inspiration. Alright, so one last card. Yeah. An old friend offers assistance with your search for love. Accept invitations and attend social events. Chances are that you'll meet a new potential lover during a party or outing with friends while you're at the highest point of celebration. So we've got this new emotional beginnings happening in the future, and there's an opportunity to meet someone new. Obviously we're in lockdown now, so however it is that would happen for you, I'm sure you'll find a way. Okay, well, thank you for listening if you're still here, and if you enjoyed my reading, please do subscribe and like my channel and leave comments. I'd love to hear what you think and feel. And if you're interested in a reading, my email address is in the description box, and you can send me an email and let's see how much deeper we can go. Thank you. Bye.